I had a normal pregnancy with Roger. At 6 weeks old, he kind of just woke up fussy, woke up crying. He got a little pale, a little clammy.
Allie came in with Roger, and within 5 minutes, she called me. They're running a bunch of tests, but you got to get in here. And that's when I called my brother. Weeks later, he said, I hope I never hear you sound like that again, because I just didn't know what to say. At some point, I don't remember exactly when it was, but that's when we met Dr. Hsieh. She is his angel.
When they did a chest x-ray, initially the emergency room thought that he might have had a pneumonia, but instead they saw his stomach inside of his chest, which is pathognomonic for a CDH. So what is congenital diaphragmatic hernia, or CDH? CDH is a congenital malformation that forms before babies are born, where they have a hole in their diaphragm, which is a muscle that separates their chest cavity from their abdominal cavity. And as a result, because of the hole, things that are supposed to be in the belly actually end up in their chest. He had a hole on the left-hand side of his diaphragm, so his entire stomach, his small intestines, his large intestines were up in his chest cavity, and as a result, it was really difficult for his lungs to work normally.
Dr. Hsieh and the team, they allowed us to walk down right to the OR, and we had to say goodbye at that point. They said he was hooked up to everything, and I was holding his hand. I kept calling him my little man, and he, I didn't expect to get like emotional over it. The nurse was actually, no, give him a kiss because you don't know.
At that time, he was really sick, so he was brought to the intensive care unit, but otherwise he was stable. He was, beautiful term baby. He looked great. We made sure, because sometimes CDH can be associated with other congenital malformations. So we brought in our friends from cardiology. They did a cardiac echo, and it was really fortunate that he didn't have any other problems.
She was so confident and so just, reassuring that that was the first time we actually felt like we had a grip on reality.
He's going to get married, and you're going to go to his wedding, and you're going to tell a story about how he nearly scared you to death, and it's going to be fine.
She said the exact words were, his heart is just as perfect as the rest of him. And that just overwhelmed us.
We were able to fix the hole, and within a few days he was eating, he was home.
There was 1 year during the follow-ups, I remember, we called the office and they said, you know what, his scan looked great, you guys don't have to come. We said, no, we're coming in. We're coming to see Dr. Hsieh.
So he always shows up with a t-shirt and a bouquet and asks me to be his Valentine.
On the first anniversary of his surgery, we did the first annual, we call it the CDH Awareness Crab Crawl. Roger's nickname ended up becoming the Crab because he would do this thing where he would kind of cry and his hands would come up here and he would turn beet red. If not for what happened that week, who knows where we'd be.
Roger, I will be your Valentine.